Hey guys, so Hailstorm here, and I will be showing you the gear setup for an Ice Strykewyrm task. Now, these require 93 Slayer, so not many people will actually have the requirement for this. So for the select few that do have it, here is what I'm taking to this task. I've got the Runic Accuracy Aura. This adds 5% magical accuracy to my attacks. Using the Slayer helmet, you can use a Hex Crest if you want, but you should have this. Should have the Slayer helmet by level 93 Slayer. This is a must unless you've bought the ability to kill Ice Strykewyrms without a fire cape. You need to have completed the fight caves to obtain a fire cape, and this will deal double damage to any Ice Strykewyrm you attack as long as you are using a fire spell. I'll be using my Arcane Stream necklace as it gives plus 15 magical damage. I'll be using a Staff of Light as it saves any casts. It saves about 1/8 of casts, I think. I'll be using Arab's Robe top and bottoms as usual. You can swap this in for anything else like Ganodermic or Virtus if you're rich enough. I'll be using a damaged book. It's the StormErup book, but I don't have enough money to fill it because it's about 20 mil. I'll be using Hatty Paws for the first part of this task, and that's only because I've got some charge left in them, but I will be using my Varrock gloves afterwards. I've also got the Infinity Boots as they give good magical attack, and I've got Ring of Wealth. I have recharged it now. So now moving on to the inventory. I've got my Ring of Slaying to check how many kills I've done. I've got my Ferocious Ring to teleport back to Kuradal once the task is finished. Got my Vecna Skull here, which boosts my magic up to it boosts it up 6 levels. I've got some casts for the spell Fire Wave. I can't get Fire Surge yet. Obviously the Barrow's Gloves, which I've told you about earlier. But I've also got some Prayer Potions because I will be praying Mage. Now, I'm going to be setting my quick prayers to protect from magic, so you want to do this. You won't need a familiar unless you are using one, such as a Wolpertinger. But anyway, I'll be back in a sec. Hey guys, now I'm back, so let's head off to the task. So at the moment we're in Edgeville, so what we've got to do is just go north here. Oh, clan member over there. And it's laggy. And we're just going to continue this way, across the path. I'm using a fairy ring, so you need to complete the Fairy Tale Part 2 quest to be able to use them. But I've completed Fairy Tale Part 3, so it means I can use the fairy rings without needing a Drayman or Lunar Staff. So all you do is, next you can travel from the GE as well. You travel south once you go through the shortcut, and you will have a fairy ring just here. So all you do is click on it to go through it. As it loads, just give it a minute. My computer's laggy. Okay, so we're now in Xanaris. So now what we've got to do is click it again. And if you haven't done it already, we need to go to code DKS, which takes us right outside the Muspar Cave. And to actually be able to kill Ice Strykewyrms, you need to have completed the Tale of the Muspar quest. It's not a very hard quest, it just takes a little bit of time. So we've just come out here, you should be on top of a hill, and there's a cave opening just north. Now go through the cave opening. Now what you've got to do is set your autocast to Fire Wave or Fire Surge for the task, and we will enter. This cave has a certain combination in the cave above to get through, so it's not blocked by water. And we're in the cave now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my aura. It comes on. Draw my power from the Vecna Skull. And start attacking them. So Ice Strykewyrms have a combat level of 210, they have 3000 life points, and they give 300 Slayer experience, which is one of the best Slayer monsters in the game, really, apart from Jad and special tasks like that. And they have a seriously high max hit, and like any other Strykewyrm, they have the special ability which they burrow underground if you're not one space away from an obstruction, like I am here. I've stood in this little alcove. So let's just, I've got a room bar there, and if you get hit by these this attack, you will get dealt 300 damage, which is a lot, as I've said in previous videos. Now you don't want to stand in melee distance for these, so just step away from them, and all you've got to do is keep going for it. Now some of the good other drops are crushed nests. You can get a staff of light, which is their top drop. They also drop elite clue scrolls, and if I get any of them I will be back. Okay guys, I'm going to try and show you the special attack that they perform if you're standing outside of a place that's unobstructed by, say, this pillar here or here. Now with the special attack, the Ice Strykewyrm will burrow under the ground and it will deal 300 damage if you do not move 2 squares away from your current position. And that sometimes could happen a couple times every kill, but it's very rare. So what you've got to do is just step 2 squares away, and I'll demonstrate this if I get a burrowing effect. That's all. I don't think I'll get one this kill because I've nearly killed it, but hopefully I will. So it's just finishing off. Okay, so I've killed this one, it didn't drop it. So we'll try another one. People have said they don't want to move the camera as much, so I'll try not to. So let's just get a good angle. So let's see if it burrows. Here we go, it's burrowed now. So you've got to step 2 steps away and it will pop up and you haven't dealt any damage. Oh, let's just move away because it's come a bit closer. So you see how I just moved away a couple of spaces and it didn't deal me any damage. And I'll try and find another instance of this where it will deal me damage, and I will let it deal me damage, and I'll show you how much it deals. Okay, again, I'll try this kill. As you see, I'll hit it. I'll just see if it will do it. Please do it. I want to show you viewers what it's like, because I'm very close to max Slayer, and hopefully for you guys who are not yet max Slayer, you can see what you're up against at times. Oh, I'm praying. So hopefully it burrows. I don't think this one will. May do at the end. No, it's very unlikely. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one and try that one. So we've got crushed nests. Oh, they're really good money. I've got 7 from that one, and at the moment they're 10k a piece. So it makes this task really, really profitable. I've got 52 at the moment. So hopefully it will burrow, and I'm not going to move. Okay, here we go, it's burrowing, and now I'm not going to move, and I'll show you where it takes me to. See how it's hit me for 300 damage. Now that's a lot, and I was on 694 life points before. It took me down to 394, so you want to avoid those at all costs, and you can just stand around the pillars at the sides. Hey guys, I've just got a troll drop here. How many times do you get Dragon Spear? How many times? Oh, I guess it's my luck. I thought it was a Staff of Light. Oh well, I'll be back whenever I've finished the task, or if I get a Staff of Light or anything like an effigy. Okay guys, just come to the end of my task here. Got one more left. And I'm going to show you how much loot these give, because it's incredible how much they give. Right, so I've just done my 565th task, and I've got 18 points. And here I've got some magic logs and some coins. So let's give a quick price check of all this stuff. So let's put it in. Pure Essence as well, I didn't mention that. That gives a lot of money. He's already up to 1 million. So you see how much it gives. Let's just chuck all of this in. Okay, it's all chucked in pretty much. Okay, so it's 1.6 mil for this. Now that's mostly due to the crushed nests. That is a massive amount. Now before I go, I'd just like to give a shout out to a guy called Quill Korak C, who is called Jack. So out there, Jackfish. Otherwise, happy slaying, guys.
Peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time!